it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
This is second nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt. Jesus will.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That's pulled in at the 32. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Levante David in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go one more. 45.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Running the counter with Mostert. He'll have a first down past the 40. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, Buccaneers.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Room here to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle,
First down.
I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
The kicker on.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And taken down just past the 20 at about... the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack, That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
11 yards there, first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The 39-yard line.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ravens 7, Buccaneers 6.
Now it's Henry. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers 11. It's a big run there by Henry. 59 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Henry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. After the penalty, it's Henry, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Buccaneers 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Going to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
They'll take
offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the end. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Ravens.
And Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Oh, you got deep? Mike 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. This is Henry. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
2nd and 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win from the car. Safety creep. Check.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 24 is down and coming. Check right 54. Right 54. Bring it. Right there.
Operating from the gun, Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Here we go, D. Tighten up. 26. Check, Mike. 54.
The final shot before the break. Watson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Switch. Hey, 31. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, I'm coming after you. 45's the mark.
To throw is Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 16.
And we'll get it. He's been busy today. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
The kick is
And this one through the uprights and good.
Score, Ravens 21. Buccaneers 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
To Darren Waller.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
For another Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 16.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 18-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Sometimes you need a pole, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
In fact, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 28.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this over them. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Buccaneers 23.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And they're on 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Take over first.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mostert. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 17 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.